Everyone, in this video today, we have a sub request by WWII Guy, ironic, for the Wyvern S4. The reason why I'm saying ironic is because this aircraft was built in the 50s, and it's quite funny that it's this ironic, but hey ho. So, the Western Wyvern I've featured on the channel before, I've reviewed it, and it is a rather controversial aircraft, is the word I would use. This thing on the deck pretty much outruns anything it meets unless it has a dive on it. And even then, some aircraft can't even catch it with a dive. Its climb rate is actually pretty good until it gets up to around 3.5 kilometers, in which case the engine starts to lose a lot of power. And its guns are very nasty, especially nowadays with the changes to real shadow. Now, the aircraft itself does have flaws, as with every aircraft, but the problem is that it's an aircraft that people don't particularly know how to counter and know how to really force the Wyvern player's hand, so to speak. And once you know what to do to force them in that way, you can take these things out rather consistently. It's just the guns you gotta watch. So speaking of the guns, we have 420mm Hispano. Very good guns, and I'm running stealth, and trust me, they are very good. And, well, if you've got a Wyvern, run stealth. Thank me later. In terms of the engine, we've covered this before, but obviously 4,000 horsepower, there's nothing wrong with having that much horsepower, unless it's stuck in a Fiat 500, I guess. But, yeah. The main problem with the Wyvern is its flammability. As you'll see, this thing is covered in fuel, and the engine itself is also quite vulnerable to fires. So when it comes to getting set on fire, this thing doesn't like it. It does have an EFS function, so you can put the fire out in the engine, but obviously that will kill the engine. If the fuel tank catches fire, it will never go out. So, yeah. Of course, we do have access to some bombs and rockets, as is tradition, but of course you can make custom loadouts if you wish. This is something I've not experimented with, and to be honest, I might have to because I want to try these Red Angels a little bit. Maybe put a 1000 in the center line, a couple of big rockets, etc. But yeah, I mean, you can definitely get away with quite a few things on this, and I mean, you can do that and then put a single. Well, I can't even put RP3s on it, but like you can just have a bit of a play really and just decide what you want. The Wyvern is quite a versatile aircraft. It's not a very good fighter, but it is something that can do a lot of work if you know what to do. Anyway, let's get in and let's get cracking. So like I said, it is a nice aircraft, and it does obviously have its flaws, but you know, it's something where you can go, yeah, I know how to counter it, but it's annoying, and that's what it is. But I suppose it could be worse. Alright, let's take a look at the match. Appears to be 5-0, which could be a problem. But I think we'll be okay. I mean, it's not like we're asking a lot from the Western Wyvern today. I mean, as long as we can do some work, that's all that matters. So I'm going to call that base, and I'm going to head over to it now. And looks like we've got a few players trying to steal my base, but of course I'm in a Wyvern, I don't care. Always make sure to call your base if you're flying a Wyvern, because you'll have people like that Sterling who wants your base, and then they'll moan at you for apparently stealing their base, even if you called it before them. Trust me, call your bases, people. It's something which can, like, not only make the difference between you getting an argument and things like that, but also respect. Calling your bases is a 2-second job, and it just benefits everyone. There we go. Oh, and stealth melts pillboxes. It's quite funny, actually, how easily it melts pillboxes. And here they come. Obviously, we're going to keep our speed up, because that's what's going to keep us alive here. XP 55, lots of BF 109s. But obviously now we need to just keep our speed up and keep on going. I think it's going to take all three, so I'm going to drop all three. Because obviously it is a max up tier. And yes, it did. Base destroyed, let's get the hell out of here. Hit and run is what this plane does best. So stealth can't actually kill medium tanks anymore, so we're going to go for the light targets. You only need to tap the guns now, it's kind of ridiculous. He's going in for a bomb drop. That was a waste of 3 bombs there, buddy, but hey ho, I can't exactly teach people how to dive bomb. I can show you how I do it, but that don't necessarily mean it's going to be the best for you. Alright, I think our first target is going to be this B-25 over here. Who is very far out for some reason. P-47 then just took out the Wyvern that was with me. I don't know what this B-25 is trying to do, but he's not going to outrun a Wyvern. The Wyvern's a very fast aircraft, and a B-25 ain't got no chance of outrunning this thing, even in a dive. Looks like he wants a head-on, that's completely understandable. But this thing melts players in head-ons. God, I love these guns, they're ridiculous, but I love them. The problem is that most of our team is on the deck, and they have a swarm. So we're not in a great position. See if we can get some altitude, because we're going to need it. Because this team is collapsing like a house of cards. And it looks like they're coming for me anyway, so I'm going to have to get my speed back up. They're ignoring the A6M6 because they want to kill the Wyvern, because everyone has a kill Wyvern syndrome. And of course, my guns don't do shit, but a single 151 round takes my wing off. And of course, King Douchebag there just stole my kill and binned it. Joys of dealing with teammates when you're flying a Wyvern. Let's have a quick look. Yeah, that's the standard of War Thunder pilots, I'm afraid. Right, well, I'll move on to the next match, and I will see you all shortly. And welcome to the second match. As you saw, that first match didn't exactly go great, but hey-ho. It is something that can happen, and obviously with players that get Muppet protection, or there's another word I use for it, but, well, I'm not repeating that one. But, yeah, that is unfortunately just what happens. And when you have teammates that will gladly put themselves in the dirt just to take your kill, it's kind of sad, but that is War Thunder for you. Alright, so given that we're on this map, we can potentially kill the medium tanks with our guns, but because they have Chihas on this, which are classed as mediums, but I think you can kill them with a spawner. So we're going to try and do that. So yeah, that first match is a perfect example of how a Wyvern player should be, but then Muppet protection helps out a 1-9 player, and then, yeah. Good luck, rely on teamwork, and don't steal every burning plane. Oh boy. You do know this is War Thunder, buddy. People do that regardless. If we don't pour them down, they don't learn. It's as simple as that. But that's just unfortunate how it is. But yeah, so it feels nice to like use the Wyvern for an actual video, because I use this thing for a lot of my dailies. And even he's like, yeah, that's not going to happen. But the thing is that it's just one of those things that we've had to really adapt to, because people just steal kills no matter what. I mean, that 1-9 was basically dead last game, but the P-63 decided to drop its entire altitude just to freaking take it. So it's just one of those things, really. What, is there an attacker behind? Oh, it's a bot. I was wondering what was behind me. There was a attacker on the minimap, and it's a bot. And speaking of a bot, I'm 100% betting that RQ guy, yep, this is another bot. Well, you know the report, folks. That's all I'm going to say. I'm going to drop a bomb on its base and see what it does, because I've seen the script for that, by the way, and yeah, it's kind of ridiculous. I'm going to drop 2, actually. But yeah, so essentially they use that bot to make the grind easier, like, they just leave it running. And, yeah, it's kind of stupid, but I have seen the script for it. I'm actually quite impressed as someone who's done actual, like, coding and things like that. But, you know. Thankfully, I don't need first strike, otherwise I'd be pissed at that A26. But to be fair, I wouldn't take the time to deal with stuff. And yeah, there we go, the bot's just got it. I think it's still got a bomb left. It must, like, the bots must know, like, how many bombs to drop on a base. I've not seen the entire script, but, like, it is kind of dumb how it works. It uses a Python script with what looks to be PHP. And from what I've seen, the bot itself actually has, like, all of the maps coded into it, and, like, it knows how many bombs to drop on a specific base. It's kind of stupid. But, yeah. Let's see if our guns actually do it. Yeah, they do. You just have to get in close. That's completely fine with me. Oh, I missed some AAs. Alright, that's fine. Coming back for that next one. Pretty much wiping out this entire convoy on my own. Just proves how versatile the Wyvern is. Like, it can get in, get out, fight stuff, destroy a crap ton of ground targets. Like, you know, it's a plane that a lot of people don't really like because of this. But, like, it's only because I'm keeping my head on the swivel is why I'm still alive, and my situational awareness is still quite high. So I'm going to take out this last vehicle, and then that leaves us with about 600 rounds to just go do whatever the hell we want. There we go, that vehicle's destroyed. So let's punch the throttle, and let's head over to probably that 109 over there, that Sakura V-Nov Opala guy. What is it with these weird-ass usernames? I don't get it. But that convoy's pretty much wiped out now. So now we can just go and deal with actual fighters and have fun. Because I know flying a Wyvern is not the most entertaining sometimes. Been there, done that, got the t-shirt. But, you know, it's like, this sort of thing has to be done if people request it. And obviously I'm going to try and get some kills as well, because, well, the Wyvern's pretty versatile, as I've said before, and yeah, I'd rather go for something like Mr. Chuck E. Cheese over here. And looks like the A26 might have fighter cover, but that's okay. We can outrun the fighter cover. This guy's not paying any attention, so I'm going to go for that A26 after I've killed him. Hey up there, buddy, how we doing today? I think he now knows we're here. Would help if my aim wasn't as shit, but we'll gloss over that. See? Short bursts is all you need. Where's that 109 gone? Oh, I think I know what the 109's doing. Where's the 109? Did he bin it or something? Oh no, he's over there. And he's named after a Terminator. Well, let's see if we can terminate him. I'm sorry, I kind of had to. If I don't make that reference, then I'm not being myself. Let's put it that way. And you can bet I will say you've been terminated if I get the kill. Because he almost put it in a tree there. Well, he's about to make it a lot easier for us. Come here, buddy. Promise this will be quick. You've been terminated. You've got to do the line. I'd be daft not to. Oh, that's him dealt with. So we've still got 500 rounds left. So let's go get some altitude, I guess, and just, you know, go back to being a pain in the backside, which is what this thing does very well. I'm going to let off the 110% throttle because that actually burns the engine out a little bit more, so I'm going to save the extra horsepower for later. We don't need to climb urgently, but it'd be nice. A21 is about to get himself killed, trying to get a bomber. Bomber zombie, the flying dead. Jesus Christ, man. You've been on that thing's tail for a while now. How have you not killed it? Say it with me, folks. He's dead to air defense. There we go. And the B-25 gets awarded the kill because he did damage. I think he must have took the tail control off the B-25 because it's pitching up uncontrollably. But that's okay. Is he going to pull out of that? I don't think so. Nope, he didn't. Alright, time to sit above because we've got 20 minutes of fuel and we've got to wait for this guy to come out, even though I don't think he will, but we'll soon find out. And there's a P-51 who has 2 assists. Must be a C because the guns are very convergence reliant on that. But why is he just come from that airfield to go to this airfield? I don't get it. But, you know, me trying to understand player logic is sometimes a bit rash, because, like, some players are just weird, man. And it looks like the P-51's being a camping dirtbag. The P-63 is actually trying to fight, which I have to give him respect for that. The P-51, on the other hand, no. I'm coming. You're distracting the air defense so I can get the Mustang. Right, this is where we're going to need the extra power to overwhelm the air brakes. Eat that, dirtbag. Ow, ow, ow. Jesus, where? Okay, get low, get low. Before that nails a fuel tank, and we've had it. Ow. It's still shooting at me. Why? Ow, that hurt a lot, but even if the game wasn't over, we could get this thing back to the base quite comfortably. And that is that. 4 kills, 25 ground targets, just over half a ton. What can I say? This thing can do a lot of work sometimes. I'm quite impressed with that. And also we've got to slap a dirtbag, which is always nice. But, well, it wouldn't be a war thunder match where we have to slap a dirtbag, wouldn't it? But there you go, that's the Western Wyvern. Pretty nice aircraft overall, and, well, it still gets used to this day by me, so it must be useful. And that's putting that lightly. But anyway, I'll leave you all to it for today. I really hope you enjoyed seeing the Western Wyvern in action, and I'll see you all on the next one.